Good afternoon, this is Jack from the AUDUSD and this is an intraday video for the afternoon of Tuesday the 13th of March. Our disclaimer, we do this for educational purposes only. We're here to share our technical analysis with you. We hope you can take some of what we're doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. We're not here to issue trading signals. Now, let's have a look at SPX. Now, SPX on the 60-minute chart, this is an RSI 14 sell signal, this is an RSI 5 sell signal. That's now almost made target on this little reversal we're watching at the moment. I think if we can make a lower low and sustain that, the next obvious target is that double top target at 2760.5 I was talking about, and then that puts us in range of the weekly pivot, which I've got at 49/50. So I'm saying 49, I've got it in the high 49s, so one way or the other. But it puts us in range of a possible test of that. That is the area we really need to break to confirm that we are on the road down. I would note the 50-hour moving average on SPX, which is something I watch quite a lot as a key bull bear level, is actually now at 27.42. These levels, key levels, tend to be close together. What's the pattern setup looking like on SPX? Well, we haven't quite reached pattern support. I've got that in about the, this is in about the 27.77 area. Basically, if we see a break below this morning's low, then we should be there. Get down to 73, 72, 73. This trend line should be broken. It's the only surviving one so far. We've already broken the equivalent ones on NDX, which was this trend line here. That's already gone. I've got a bigger trend line, which is down here in the 69.10 area approximately. So, and this may well be a rising wedge. I haven't drawn in the trend lines for that. Again, we've got an RSI 14 sell signal fixed on the alley and an RSI 5 which is reaching target at the moment. On RUT, we have broken the rising support. Very nice little rising wedge here. That's broken down. Possible we've just been making the right shoulder high on head and shoulders, which on a breakdown below 1590 would be looking for approximately the 1571/2 area. On the hourly chart, we've got an RSI 14 sell signal and RSI 5 sell signal fixed, and neither of these is made target at the moment. Okay, let's move on to the futures, and where I have temporarily lost my TF chart, because I'm having a recurrence of the problem I had a while back on my interactive brokers charting. It's kind of annoying. I am thinking I need to maybe start needing to do this on something else, because this is an annoying thing, and they didn't seem to have fixed it. All right, ES. I've got the main rising support here in about the 27.56 area. We would break that on the way down to weekly pivot, but until it is broken, it is significant support. Weekly pivot I've got at 27.49.92, which is why I'm thinking more in the 50 area from my perspective. This is a little double top, two highs, break down. We need a sustained break below yesterday's low at 83.75. Obviously, we've bounced just above that at the moment. That really counts as just a resistance back test. If we can continue lower below this morning's low, then we should be on the way to this trend line, which actually isn't a bad match with the double top target. All right, let's have a look at NQ. On NQ, I'm tracking the 2-hour chart because at the moment I've lost the 1-hour chart one. But here we've got a 2-hour sell signal fixed and on the way down. Is there a strong reversal pattern here? Not really, no. But we've broken rising support. I'm expecting this to go lower. TF, I think I managed to get this going on. Okay, it's just not speaking to me. I did manage to get this going on the 2-week 15-minute chart, and then I switched over computers for this, and it stopped working. So hey, right, DX, we are down below weekly pivot and monthly pivot. Those are starting to look pretty converted. We had a nice backtest into it, which failed. We could have gone a little higher. Stan did have an alternate scenario where it's going to come back and retest this high. It doesn't look as though we're going to do that. We're still on a, well, the 60-minute sell signal has made the full target. I'm expecting a move down to this 88.75 area, which is where the head and shoulder neckline is. Sustained break below that, and we retest this low. We should be on the way to that now. CL. CL has come down and it is testing the support level you don't see here is the weekly middle band, and that is at about 60.2 at the moment. We bounced off it here. We're finding support there so far today. We need to get through it for the next phase down. So obviously I'm expecting that to break, but it is a big support level and it's holding so far, and I'm always aware of the possibility that things you expect to break might not break. So I'm watching that carefully. A break below that opens up the next obvious target at 59, and I would like to see lower than that on this move, because I'm thinking, and I'm looking for clues to suggest that I might be right about it. I'm thinking the target may not be 56, it may be 50. We've mainly not been taking the 50 target seriously because we don't think we've got enough time. But in the event this moves a lot faster than we're expecting, then we would have time. So I'm looking for evidence of speed here. So watching carefully. First off, we need to break this low, get down to the early 59s, then we see what happens from there. NG. I've got a 60-minute sell signal is now fixed. I've got a possible double top here. We're close to testing double top support. We've not broken over this trend line, which is an important trend line. To break up from the megaphone, we would need to break up over it, and we haven't done that. Until we do that, the obvious direction for the megaphone to break down is down. Sorry, to break is down, into a retest this low here, and very possibly running on to 2.4. We may well be making the high here for that move down, unless it can push up a bit higher, get over the 2.825 area and convert that. It's not showing any sign of doing that. I've got a small double top here. I've got a larger potential double top here. This could easily break down and head straight down to this low. So be aware of that. We are now on a 60-minute sell signal. GC. Now, obviously, this is heavily tied up with the fate of DX. DX is breaking down. GC is breaking up. We've got this strong resistance area in the 1326 to 1330 area. That needs to be broken and converted. Effectively, a breaking conversion of the monthly pivot. But basically, that's weekly pivots, daily midband, and monthly pivot. There's a lot of resistance there. Once it gets through, we should be high to go retest the last high and go higher. I'm expecting very good things from here. We're looking really for 1370, 1380 area, and then very possibly a reversal right back down under 1300. But in the meantime, we are looking for that move up. I really like that move up. We need to break and convert this area to deliver it. ZB. Stan was talking about this being a pretty nice Fibonacci high. This was on the firing of the secretary, whatever his name is, this morning. He's actually speaking right now. He started speaking 9 minutes ago. Obviously, that could be a bit of a market move, though we're not seeing anything yet. This area needs to hold as resistance. It's not broken and converted to support so far. It needs to not break and convert to support, in my view. So that opens up further upside. I'd really like to see it go and do this retest. I think the chart is suggesting strongly that we should. If we go and retest this AM high, then we might get a 60-minute sell signal brewing. Right, HG. Right, HG forming a bull flag here. That's breaking up. We might be forming a larger bull flag here, but I think we're likely to be heading up to retest this high at the monthly pivot. That could be the second high of a double top, but I'm really not seeing anything to suggest that it would be. I'd be expecting this to head up further and hit this trend line here, which is currently in the 3.19 area, and that is bear flag, overall bear flag, bull flag resistance. Although, really, this has been such a complex structure over time, I'm not sure that really counts. But I think that is the major obstacle on the way back to the retest of this high and then the previous high higher above. So we shall see how that goes. I like the upside. I would note that we're still on a weak 60-minute sell signal, and that didn't quite tag the possible near-miss target, although it came very close. KC. KC has broken up over a weekly pivot. We've not got any signals here. It's testing the monthly pivot at the moment. If it breaks and converts the monthly pivot, the upside opens up. And we don't get this retest that I've been waiting for days and we never quite got to. If we reverse back down weekly pivot, then that's the obvious next target. Right, SB. SB's gone a bit lower today. I was saying we're still on a 60-minute buy signal. I love the long setup and the RSI setup on the bigger picture charts, but they are bigger picture charts. There is possible unfinished business on those bigger picture charts, and that unfinished business would be at the full retest of the bear market low, which I've currently got about the 11.7 to 12 area. The closer we get to that, the more likely it is we're going to test it. So I'm watching this with great interest. Need to be careful about that possibility. If we can break and convert the weekly pivot, then we should be heading up. That's been the case all week. I'm wondering about that unfinished business below, now that we have broken what was a fairly significant support level here that's held for some days. So we still might do that. That'll make it a more attractive long in my view, but obviously a less attractive long if you're actually already holding it here. CC. CC has gone a bit higher on negative divergence again. Stan says this is a wave 3, and to a certain extent we've just got to wait for this to blow out. We've got short-term rising support at 25.20. I'm not enthusiastic about shorting this instrument. CW. It's all right. I'll answer questions at the end. But I'll just pause. I'll stop the recording when we've finished and then go with that. We didn't quite reach declining resistance on ZW. This is the key bull-bear line in my view. Until we hit that, we can go lower. We can certainly do a full test of the monthly pivot. I do not have an obvious support trend line here yet, but I would get one if we went a bit lower under the monthly pivot, potentially. So I'll be watching for that. GBP USD. Now, GBP USD, obviously with the dollar heading lower, that gives GB some more emphasis to the upside. We're reaching this resistance trend line I drew in here, and we are now well over what is effectively a bull flag wedge resistance. I'm looking for a bigger picture reversal pattern. We could have one at an IHS neckline here. We shall see. Or this could be one. It's not clear. But I think we're over the monthly pivot. If that holds as support, then on a back test of broken wedge resistance, which we may well get from here, then the path is up, and I would be expecting to see at least a retest of this high here. After that, we're looking for a fairly serious reversal, so it wouldn't be a long to get married to in the longer term. Right, EURUSD. Dollar is going down. EURUSD is therefore presumably going up. Should retest this high and continue up, just as DX should continue down. So the buy signal has reached target. No current negative divergence. USD JPY. Right, USD JPY, we've broken up from this channel resistance. We're coming back to backtest it now. We're still on the 60-minute sell signal, but actually really that's got so close to the possible near-miss target, I think I'm disregarding it at this stage. This is an obvious support. It's the back test of broken resistance, and it's the weekly pivot. We may well hold it and just continue straight upwards. There's no reason to retest the low at this stage. If we did break and convert that, then I'd be looking for a retest of the low, but there's no particular need or expectation to see that. USD CAD. USD CAD had a buy signal that has made target, and we're reversing back up. We may well be going to a retest of this high. I was thinking this was a head and shoulders forming, but it's gone a bit high for that now. It could still technically be the case, but we wouldn't need to go much higher before I'd be reading this as a double top. So it looks like we're going to be retesting this high. I'd be looking for resistance there. May well be putting in the second high of a double top if that's the case. Australian dollar. Yeah, questions at the end. So as soon as I finish off currencies, we'll have a look at that. Right, Australian dollar. I haven't got a solid resistance trend line here. Have I got one after it's gone a bit higher here? Maybe, but I mean, nothing particularly strong. I'm mainly looking at this rising support here. We're over the monthly pivot. If that converts to support, then we can go higher. If it doesn't convert to support, then we can head back to the weekly pivot. I am wondering in the bigger picture about a retest of this low, but the higher we go, the less there is a need to see that. We are on a 60-minute sell signal. Sorry, I haven't got that marked in here, but we are on a 60-minute sell signal. So I am thinking this would be a good time to see a reversal below the monthly pivot if we are, monthly pivot if we are going to see that reversal. Right, NZUSD. NZUSD is heading higher just as Australian dollar is going higher. We have no negative divergence at the moment. I've got to say the pattern setup isn't particularly clear here, but I think we've gone a bit too high for this to be read as a bear flag anymore. So I'm not seeing any particular reason for it to reverse. We've got no negative divergence. May well just continue higher. All right, great. In that case, let's do some. I'll stop the video and let's do some questions.